Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vilod Kongasa. I'm the biologist from Songkram Marine Fishery Research Development Center. Today I'm proud to present you my research, namely octopus fisheries in Thai waters. This work I done with my colleague Mrs. Jamali Passon, the fishery biologist from Layong Marine Fishery Research Development Center. So the topic that I'm going to say with you today is introduction, objectives, methodology, result and discussion, conclusion and recommendation. Octopus is one of the economic important aquatic animals of Thailand. Thailand can export octopus in 2014 with an amount of 13,500 tons with a value of 2,300 million baht. There were studies before found that 20 species of octopus found in Thai waters, 17 species found in the Gulf of Thailand, and 16 species found in the Andaman Sea. And there are three species that are economic important, such as Amphioctopus legs, Amphioctopus echina, and Cystopod indicus. The catch of octopus in 2014 is 9,000 tons. 84% is come from the Gulf of Thailand and 60% is come from Andaman Sea. The trend of octopus, the catch of octopus in 2009 start with 9,849 tons and going up to 2013, the catch become 10,260 tons, so become the peak point. But after that, in the following years, the catch of octopus remain only 9,000 tons. So the main fishing gear to catch octopus in Thai water are trawlers, like octopus trawler, pair trawler, beam trawler, and also the octopus trap can be used to catch an octopus too. So the catch of octopus from the octopus trawler and pair trawler in 2009 is about 9,485 tons. While in 2014, the catch of octopus from this gear remained only 6,900 tons, something like that. On the other hand, the catch of octopus trap in 2009 is only 52 tons, but after that in 2014, the catch will increase a lot, come to 1,644 tons. So the octopus trap became the interesting fishing gear to catch an octopus, which commonly use the shell of the gastropod as a trap to catch an octopus. Because of the demand of octopus in the market is high, this one leads to the CPU of octopus is low. So this study would like to focus on the main fishing gear like octopus trawler, pair trawler, and octopus trap in order to know the fishing ground, the catch need effort, the species, and the size composition. And this can be the data for the octopus fishery management in the future. So the objective of this study want to know about the characteristic of trawler and octopus trap in Thai waters, the fishing ground of trawler and octopus trap, the CPUE of octopus species composition from trawler and octopus traps, and the size composition of octopus species from trawler and octopus traps. So we plan to collect the data between January 2015 and December 2016. We collect from the trawler boat, octopus trawler, and pair trawler, and we collect from the octopus trap that operate in Thai water, and we divided the fishing zone into 7 fishing zones as mentioned by the fishery statistic of Department of Fishery. Fishing zone number 1 to 5 is in the Gulf of Thailand, and fishing zone number 1 to 6 to 7 in Andaman Sea. For the collection, in case of trawler, we make a landing site survey 5 days a month to interview the fishermen about their operation, fishing ground, fishing effort, amount of the catch in this trip, and we make also the sampling of octopus, 5 kilograms per boat, to identify the species, and then we make a measurement of the mental length and weight in gram. And then in case of the octopus trap, we do the same as we make in the trawler. For the data analysis, for the catch per unit effort in case of trawler, we calculate into kilogram per hour. The CPUE was calculated according to the equation as shown you in the slide. For the case of the octopus trap, the CPUE was calculated into kilogram per 10 trap, and we use the equation as shown you in the slide to calculate. And the CPUE was calculated separate by the fishing zone. And then we want to know about the difference of the CPU in each fishing zone. So we use the cruise quality test and man within you test to test the difference between to test the CPU between the fishing zone. And then we make the octopus species composition also. So the species composition is come from the percentage of each species in the catch of octopus, and we utilize the equation as shown in the slide to calculate. So in the case of the mental length, we want to know about the average mental length of octopus. So we use the equation as shown in the slide. So become the result. The capacity of the boat, the current toss, can be utilized to separate the size of the trawler boat. Like I showed you the red circle to show the minimum and maximum capacity of each size of trawler, and the horsepower also, the minimum and maximum horsepower of the engine of each size of each trawler, and the cut end. The main size of the cut end of trawler normally use about 1.9 to 5 centimeters, but commonly use 4 to 5 centimeters. And in case of the octopus trap, the length of the boat, the horsepower of the engine, the number of trap per boat are shown you in the table. So I put the red circle to show the minimum and the maximum in each category. So for the fishing ground, for the small outboard trawler, you can find throughout the Thai waters, except for the fishing zone number 5, there is no this gear operate. And I can summarize that in the Gulf of Thailand, you can find this gear at the depth of the water between 10 to 50 meters. And in the Andaman Sea, we can find at 8 to 43 meters above the depth. And the medium and the large outboard trawler in the Gulf of Thailand, you can find at the depth of the water between 9 to 80 meters, and in the Andaman Sea, 10 to 80 meters. And for the case of trawler, in the Gulf of Thailand, you can find the pair trawler in the depth between 6 to 70 meters, and in the Andaman Sea between 15 to 88 meters. And for the octopus trap, you can find in the fishing zone number 1 to number 4, and the location of the fishing ground is located between the depth of the water between 2 to 30 meters. And then we come to the CPUE and species composition in the catch. Firstly, I showed you the small outboard trawler. We found that the octopus in the family Octopodidae show the highest CPUE and highest proportion. And for the medium outboard trawler, we still also found that the octopus in the family Octopodidae show the highest CPUE. And then for the large outboard trawler, we found that octopus neglectus we show the highest CPUE in the cat. And in case of the small pair trawler, we found only in the fishing zone number 3, and the Octopus China show the highest CPUE. And in case of the medium-sized pair trawler, we found that Octopus China show the highest CPUE in many fishing zones. And for the last pair trawler, the octopus in the family Octopodidae show the highest CPUE in the catch. And in case of the octopus trap, we can summarize that the number of trap per boat maximum is around 6,700 trap per boat, and the boat that operate in the fishing zone number 2 show the highest. And also the average CPUE kilogram per 10 traps. The highest CPUE also found in the fishing boat that operate in the fishing zone number 2. And for the species composition, we found that Amphioctopus echina become the main in the catch, but with the small amount of Amphioctopus neglectus and Amphioctopus legs. So the size composition of octopus from trawler and octopus trap. Firstly, I want to show you about the mental length of the octopus from Andaman Sea and from the Gulf of Thailand. This is from trawlers. I found that in Andaman Sea, the size of octopus is a little bit bigger than the size in the Gulf of Thailand. And then we make a box plot about the size of octopus from pair trawler compared with the otterboard trawler. We found that the size of octopus from pair trawler is a little bit bigger than otterboard trawler. So the size composition in the case of the octopus trap, we found that 3 species that found have the mental length in average above 5 centimeters. It's not much different, but I want to show you in case of the Amphioctopus echina, there is some study that point out that the size at first mature of this species is 5.9 centimeters. So I put the red line. So you can see that many high proportion in the cat of Amphioctopus echina, the size is smaller than the size at first mature. So become the conclusion, it's about 4 to 9 species of octopus found in Thai water from this study. And octopus can be said that is a bycatch species in the catch of trawlers. And we found that the CPG of octopus from trawler in Andaman Sea are higher than CPG in the trawler in the Gulf of Thailand. And octopus is a target species of octopus trap. So it means this gear is a selective gear. But we found that the size of octopus still varies. So these are not selective size enough. So from this study, we found that many, especially in the trawler, the species identification that we are not clear well. So we still found that the octopus in the family is still high in the cat, but we cannot know the main species in the cat, especially its trawler. So if we can have more study, want to be clear about the species in the catch of trawler. So in case of the mental length of the octopus, that we found that in many gear that we study, the size of the octopus still vary. So it means that many small octopus still in the catch. So this one we have to make a campaign of like a clap bank. So we put like a octopus banks project for the cotton community to make activity in order to enhance the octopus stock in Thai water in the future. So lastly, I would like to thank you, Kun Ploy Netmon, the DOF senior expert. She encouraged me and my colleagues to do this research, and thank also all staff of the Marine Fishery Center throughout the country who make effort for me to write this research. So for more information, please contact me at an email that I showed you in the slide. So thank you very much for your attention.